Hi guys, my name is Katrina, of course, as it always is. This is my story, the whole thing in one video because the last things don't work. So I was born July 13th, 1995. Um, and I guess my story really starts when I was 5 years old. Well, it started when I was born, but the part that I want to tell starts when I was 5 years old, and I was in kindergarten, and that's when I started getting bullied. Um, I guess it was kind of small scale, but don't underestimate how mean kindergartners can be just because they're young. If you've read Because of Winn-Dixie, actually, um, the theme of that is that children aren't always as innocent as we think they are. And if you really reread it, you can tell that. Um, so anyhow, in kindergarten, I so first of all, social exclusion is a form of bullying, and definitely the way it was done to me in kindergarten and through elementary, middle school, and to a point in high school. That's bullying too. Um, I I basically was disallowed the privilege of friends, to say the least. I had one friend in kindergarten. Her name was Jasmine. Sorry guys, I'm distracted, but I'm really upset. So, and the two other people at my table were, I'm not gonna say their names for their own protection. The first letters were N and, well, another N. That's not really gonna help. Let's call them by the. Oh my God, they had the same last initials too. The chick and the guy. Let's just call them that. But my friend from then doesn't. I haven't seen her in forever. I lost contact with her. And the people who bullied me out of my high school. And the last time I saw them around, they still bullied me. Basically, they sat at my table and they excluded me from anything really social at all. They taunt me, they tease me, they make fun of me, but basically what they did was they they just like make me feel like I didn't deserve to talk to them. Um yeah. So anyhow, what happened in first grade? Well, not much happened in first grade. I made two new friends. One of them moved away while I was in first grade, and the other one moved away a few years later. Um, one moved to Nicaragua and one moved to Colombia. I dealt with a lot of shit in first grade too. Um, I don't even remember the rest of first grade, except I remember that I didn't learn subtraction. I do remember that I was excluded and teased a lot. In second grade, I had these two friends. I'll just call them by their first initials, B and P. BP. Irony. Anyhow, I guess it's not really ironic, but to me it is. Kind of a disaster. Um, let's just say B and P encouraged me to do some pretty stupid shit, and they said they were my friends, and they weren't. I chased around guys because they told me to and tried to kiss them. It's really humiliating. And that's why when I was in third grade, one day I was listening to Rent in the car with my parents. And you know there's that line, so let her be a lesbian. I asked my mom what lesbian was, and when my mom said It's a girl who likes girls. She doesn't specify what she meant by likes. And that's why in 3rd grade, I told everyone that I was going to be different that year. I was going to like chase around guys. That's what I meant. So I was going to be a lesbian. You can see where that went wrong. Now, if you ask my mom about it today, she'll defend the fact that she didn't tell me what one was to the end of the earth. But obviously everyone else knew. What's wrong with being a lesbian? Nothing. I guess she didn't want to say the sexual aspect of it because, like, let's just say I didn't even know what sex was till I was 10. Woo! I never saw an R-rated movie till, I don't like to watch R-rated movies. I don't know. I was just really innocent. But anyhow, in 3rd grade also, one day, my dog had a problem with ticks at the time. And so one day I apparently picked up a tick off my dog or something. And it was stuck in my hair and I didn't notice it. And so my friend, not the girl from 2nd grade, but another girl whose name says P, Paula, she was brushing through my hair and she found a tick. And the rest of elementary school I was known as Tick Girl by a lot of people. Another thing that happened a lot in elementary school is, my name's Catherine, technically, not Katrina. But I like Katrina because it bears no resemblance to Katie, which is what they called me. My parents were the ones who started calling me Katie. But in elementary school, they used to just say Katie Flynn, and they did this in middle school now, and some people still do it. Just say Katie Flynn, and when I turned around to look, and they just start laughing like, oh my god, she looked like, what the fuck. It's kind of like, I don't know. I never even told because I didn't know. I mean, I knew it hurt, but I didn't know if it was bullying or not. I didn't know how to explain it. I didn't know how to explain how much it bugged me. People wouldn't let me talk to them, and people only recognize bullying if it's really direct. But this was bullying. It's indirect, and no one liked me. No one would talk to me except to make fun of me. I had very few number of friends, and even then, the friends that I had, I felt guilty about being friends with them because I felt that if they weren't friends with me, they would be so much more popular. That they would. I know that a few of my friends even got made fun of for being my friends. So yeah, the few friends I did had, I felt guilty about. In 4th grade, there was a group of girls who considered themselves pretty damn popular, and they were in my class. They decided to call themselves Mean Girls, and I don't even know if the movie Mean Girls was out at the time. I'm not sure. I guess it's 2004, so it would have been out then. I thought it was 2007 for some reason. They divided the class into the Mean Girls themselves, and then the rest of the girls, it was only the girls that they divided. I used to wish so bad that it was a guy. They divided the rest of the girls into, normals? The normals and the weird girls, and guess which group I was in. Take a wild guess. So then in 5th grade, I basically only had one friend who I was friends with consistently. And sorry, I had a porcupine pill in my hair. I used it to tie it up. Anyhow, in 5th grade, people also made fun of me. One time, someone was making fun of someone else, and I thought I was wrong. So I kind of just like stood up to them who made fun of me so much for that. And the summer after 5th grade was my first suicide attempt. It was on my 11th birthday. And I had been actually considering suicide the first time was when I was 8 years old. I'm not gonna hold back this shit anymore. This is what bullying did to me. Bullying and other things, but mostly bullying. I have cut myself. I have hated myself. I have picked apart every little flaw of myself, and don't think it stopped in elementary school. In middle school, I was in Chorus Magnet for the first year, but Chorus Magnet was a living nightmare. So I tried out for Drama Magnet, and for 7th grade, and I got in. And at the end of my 6th grade year, when I found out I got in, I was running down the hall. I was so fucking happy, and I ran back to lunch, and then I went to science class. And I was so happy. I told everyone, and then my happiness kind of died. Oh my gosh! Sorry guys, I didn't watch that. Oh my gosh! Black, the color of my soul. I'm kidding. Oh, it's a desk's problem now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's still there. So anyhow, yeah, the girls in my class who were in drama, in my science class, they got really upset about it, and I could see them mouthing shit to each other. And I got really upset. And one of the girls had been my friend since we were only a few weeks old, and she was making fun of me right then and there. I also have trichotillomania, by the way. I pull my hair out when I'm stressed sometimes. I'm stressed a lot, so kind of really ugly. Anyhow, there she was making fun of me right there, and it wasn't the first time. We had been friends for 11 years by that time. She was in drama, and I'm pretty sure that she was one of the girls who led the movement, which the kids who were already in Drama Magnet started. It was a letter writing campaign to make it so I wouldn't be in Drama Magnet. And they asked me, the magnet director asked me, do you want to be in drama because they don't really want you there? They're gonna treat you badly, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna let them win. And I didn't let them win. I didn't let them win in 7th grade. I didn't let them win in 8th grade. I tried my hardest to be happy, and by 8th grade, a lot of them were warming up to me, I guess. I mean, a few of them, 1 or 2 of them. But by the end of 8th grade, I didn't like drama anymore. I didn't like acting. At least I thought I didn't. And so I went to high school. I went for agri-science instead of drama. And because I didn't want to deal with that shit anymore. I didn't want to deal with that shit, but by no means does that mean I wasn't bullied anymore. And I think a lot of people still think I'm a lesbian, by the way. I'm actually bisexual. I'm suffering from depression. I had gotten better until recently when I got kind of, well, one of my friends kind of cut me off, and it triggered the whole thing all over again. But I'm not going to blame her. It's just my reaction to things, to rejection. It's just, I can't handle it well. I don't handle a lot of things well. I don't trust people. I don't trust people with my emotions. I don't trust myself with my emotions. I had a really bad nightmare last night that, I have friends in high school, first of all. And, I had a nightmare that I knew them all in elementary school, and they were making fun of me. Because I have this strange idea that if anyone knew me back then, they would have all made fun of me. Because who the hell wouldn't? I have low self-confidence, but I'm working on it. And even though I'm depressed again, I know I'm gonna get better. because I made it through it the first time. I have the tools to do it. I have the tools. I have the resources. And even if I don't have that one friend who really helped me a lot, I have myself. I have really great friends who are still with me. And I know there are going to be some people who don't like that I posted this on YouTube. But I have the right to tell my story, and I have the right to tell the truth, and I have the right to express what I feel, and